Well, good evening, everyone. I want you to take what is going on in Australia as a sign of what can happen here and happen very quickly. The country is a virtual prison, and the nation's new freedom fighters are apparently construction workers. They are rising up in huge numbers, resisting, insisting they will not comply with a new nationwide mandate requiring all construction workers to be vaccinated.
Let's throw the coppers! Get him! Whoa!
There was zero violence from protesters. Let's make that clear. There was no violence from protesters.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Benji,
This is what will happen here if the government doesn't back off.
he just comes at me and points it in my face.
They just started spraying everyone. There was so much media there.
A journalist in Melbourne, Australia, being arrested for doing his job in a Western democracy. The media is not only not safe, they seem to have been targeted in that situation.
Well, look, the reality is Australia is oppressive, and their tyrannical approach to the China virus doesn't make any sense. The virus isn't even taking a major toll on the country, and you see what they're doing to the people. With just over 84,000 cases of the China virus and fewer than 1,150 deaths, population of 25 million people. So for 85,000 cases and a virus that isn't killing people in large numbers, Australia totally locks down. When you are allowed to leave your house, you can only travel within a radius of 5 kilometers. You have to check in with a QR code at every establishment you visit. These restrictions don't match the threat, which means they are more about control of Australians than containment of the virus.
They cuffed me, and then 5 of them held on to me for no reason, and I just said, let me go. I'm doing nothing wrong.
When they start using the anti-terror squad and driving the Bearcat through the streets of Melbourne, labelling people who are simply political opponents of the government, labelling them as terrorists, well, unfortunately, we were left with very little choice.
Let's stand up as a nation. This is what's going on, and don't be tricked by the media, by the lies and the deceit.
Once the authorities have decreed that there are now 2 classes of Australian, the good and the bad, and that one class is superior to another and gets special privileges, while the other class is shunned, locked out, vilified, and loses their employment, you have by definition created an inferior class.
That, folks, is what they are doing to the unvaxxed right here in the United States. Exactly that. It sounds familiar. And if you think that's not bad enough, in New South Wales, authorities are now limiting the number of alcoholic beverages you can drink, as if that has anything to do with the China virus. People in Sydney are reporting care packages sent by friends and relatives are being searched by police who confiscate all the wine and spirits. And if that's not bad enough, The Atlantic reports that Australia is working on an app that uses geolocation data and facial recognition software to track its citizens. The proposal is to make it mandatory for all citizens to download. The app lets the state text the people at random times, giving them 15 minutes to respond with a picture of themselves with location data to prove they are following the quarantine orders. That is home confinement. Team Biden, you wait. They'll propose similar measures to all of this as America becomes more and more obedient and tolerant to the radical left's oppression. I, for one, will not comply with what we're seeing in Australia.